I'm a drama queen, one of the top male celebrities in the entertainment industry. I became an A-lister right from the start, and my masterpiece. This face that can charm the pants off anyone. Henry is different from me. His acting skills are off the charts among young actors. He's got looks and talent. Those unscrupulous media always love to praise him and put me down. Over time, we became sworn enemies. Come on, we're both guys. Why hassle each other? This time, Henry won the Triple Crown Best Actor for his new movie Vanished. As a similarly popular male star, I got dragged out again to be compared with him. The production team is so sneaky. They invited him to the variety show and insisted on bringing me along to create buzz. If it weren't for the fat paycheck, I wouldn't have come to this lousy show. Humph! The biggest selling point of this variety show is the live broadcast. At the beginning, the show was going smoothly, but halfway through, the host suddenly did a phone check. I was startled. Oh no. Don't tell me those slash comics of Henry on my phone are gonna be discovered? Better him than me. I quickly snatched Henry's phone. How about we take a look at Henry's phone first? Netizens were buzzing. William's little scheme is so obvious. William's expression is exactly like mine when I get caught doing something bad and try to shift the blame. My guess is there's something secret on William's phone. Right in front of everyone, I opened Henry's contacts. Today, I'm gonna expose Henry completely in front of the whole nation. I opened Henry's phone contacts, and at the top was a number marked sweetheart. I looked at Henry with ill intent. Henry, who's sweetheart? Henry remained composed, looking at me with a smile. The person I like. Just after winning the triple award-winning actor, he's already exposed a relationship. Henry, you're gonna face a scandal. The host was quick-witted and dialed the number. I sat by, waiting for the drama. Unexpectedly, my phone in my pocket rang. I took out my phone, and the caller ID was clearly Henry's number. The whole internet was shocked. Impossible. This Henry must be trying to frame me. Right in front of everyone, I opened his phone photo album. It was full of the photos I posted on Weibo, and there were also videos edited by fans of our love-hate relationship. I opened Weibo, and on the unswitched Weibo secondary account, there were all affectionate confessions to me. It's the D by Sergio Day. I've liked William. William's smile is so beautiful that it makes my heart flutter. I really want William. The following content was so explicit that my ears turned red and I dared not look any further. In contrast, Henry didn't seem flustered or embarrassed at all about his secret being exposed. This made me even more certain that this was a trap. I don't believe it. You must be scheming against me. He looked at me, wearing his signature warm smile, seriously proposed to the program crew. How about we take a look at Teacher William's phone too? No way, my phone. Before I could finish speaking, my phone was snatched away by the sneaky host. No way. There are my privately collected Henry fan comics in it. I reached out to grab the phone, but Henry took it away. What secrets could be in William's phone? Henry, I was on the verge of crying, looking at him pitifully. Seeing this, Henry's eyes dimmed slightly, and he stuffed the phone into his pocket. I won't share the secrets in William's phone with you all. It's too exciting. I'm afraid you'll have a nosebleed. He smiled meaningfully, leaving everyone with endless speculation. The bullet comments went crazy. Brother, you're slaying me. What can't the noble members watch? I'm so curious. Let me have a look. Just one look, because the commotion was too big. The live streaming room was directly crashed by netizens. The program crew had to announce a temporary suspension of the broadcast. The guests all returned to their respective lounges. Except for Henry, the others looked at me with somewhat ambiguous eyes. The internet was in chaos, and there were hot searches about me and Henry everywhere. That guy Henry definitely did it on purpose. He really went all out to set me up. Back in the lounge, I angrily threw the Henry pillow placed by the brand onto the floor. Dear, don't be mad. Let's think about how to do some damage control. My manager's sister tried to soothe me from the side. Damage control. That scoundrel Henry, it's bad enough he's hyping up this CP thing, but he dragged me into it without even giving me a heads up. That's just not fair play. I'm not doing any damage control. I'm the victim here. You really won't? No way. Think about your female fans. Don't you care about those lovely ladies anymore? My manager coaxed me. Seeing that I was still angry, she had no choice but to take out her phone. Fine, I'll apologize to Henry. See if he can clarify that it was just for the show. After the manager hung up the phone, She looked at me hesitantly. William, Henry specifically asked for you to come in person. I'm not going. He said if you don't come, he'll expose the secrets in your phone. What secrets do you have in there? The manager asked me, looking nervous. That son of a gun. Henry. He actually dared to threaten me with my phone. I'm gonna go beat him up. I clenched my fists and headed towards Henry's lounge. I pushed open the door to Henry's lounge, and it was pitch black inside. To boost my courage, I shouted aggressively into the room. Henry, you son of a gun, get out here right now. Suddenly, the door behind me was locked. I spun around, only to be pinned against the wall. Henry had just taken a bath and was only wearing a bath towel. The air was incredibly intimate. Whose little cat is this, baring its teeth? Henry, over 6 feet tall, completely towered over me. Even at over 6 feet myself, I felt small and helpless. Cat? I was really annoyed by his words and shoved him hard. But I miscalculated the force, and he started bleeding from the nose. Did you come all the way here just to murder me? He wiped the blood off his face and looked at me with a smile in his eyes. Yeah, I came here to punch you. I swung my fist at his handsome face, but he blocked it. Punch me. Why? You've got the nerve to ask. You tricked me on the show just now. Is it possible that I really like you? His eyes were tender and affectionate. I was furious. This damned man was still flirting with me even in this situation. I just like you. He held my wrist seriously and looked at me earnestly. Henry, are you crazy? I'm a man. I'm not crazy that I like you, and it has nothing to do with whether you're a man or not. Henry, listen to yourself. What are you saying? You? I was so shocked by Henry that I couldn't speak coherently. This guy just won 3 awards. There's no need to ruin his future by cheating, is there? William likes me too, right? Henry looked down at me affectionately. No. I flatly denied it. Really? Then why do you have doujinshi of us on your phone? As he spoke, he entered the password and unlocked my phone. A picture of Henry's forced love in the comic version popped up. Henry, you actually peeked at my phone. I reached out to grab the phone, but Henry grabbed my wrist with one hand and leaned in. Who told William to be so stupid and use his birthday as the password? I was wondering how he knew my habit when the door of the lounge opened. Sorry to interrupt. You can continue. It was my silly manager who opened the door. He apologized with a terrified look on his face and then closed the door. Oh no. Don't run. Come and save me. There was no way. To get the phone back, I had to use my wits. I looked up into Henry's eyes, which were filled with stars, and finally kissed his lips forcefully. Taking advantage of his moment of shock, I snatched the phone and ran away. The action was smooth and seamless. After leaving Henry's lounge, I bumped into the popular singer Sophia. Oh, who do I think it is? It's William. You just came out of Henry's lounge. You don't really think he likes you, do you? Disgusting. She's been linked to Henry in several scandals and always acts like she's his girlfriend. Henry pushed through the crowd and walked towards me. Seeing her sarcastic look, I didn't feel like dealing with her, but she kept pestering and chased after me. I guarded against women like I was guarding against thieves, but I didn't expect to miss a scumbag like you. Sophia, I just don't hit women, but that doesn't mean I won't hit a bitch. Hearing this, Sophia was stunned for a moment, then looked at me with a provocative gaze, and then she slapped herself hard in the face. William, you actually hit a woman. After shouting, Sophia covered her face and started crying. This woman actually played dirty. Soon, a crowd of onlookers gathered in the corridor, and Henry also came over when he heard the noise. Sophia was still crying and complaining. I just told the truth a couple of times, and you hit me. Are you even a man? The people around who didn't know what was going on pointed at me and whispered. Henry pushed through the crowd and walked towards me. William, does your hand hurt? He took my hand worriedly, examined it carefully again and again. Then he said coldly to Sophia, get lost. How dare Henry talk to a popular singer like that? Because he's not only a 3-time award-winning actor, but also the person in charge who controls the lifeline of the entertainment industry. The whole entertainment industry is his turf. It's said that he entered the entertainment industry just for fun. Right in front of everyone, Sophia did an amazing face change. She stopped crying in an instant, covered her face and ran away. This incident, as a small backstage episode, didn't spread, but some haters posted articles implying that I got promoted in my career through sexual favors. When my agent saw these remarks, he decided not to respond for the time being and let netizens keep cursing at me. After all, any publicity is good publicity. After this wave of hype dies down, I'll post a clarification to win public sympathy. Then I'll participate in a dating show and stir up some CP rumors with a female star to put this matter to rest. Anyway, netizens have short memories. I said I didn't care. I've been cursed at plenty of times before. But early the next morning, my agent woke me up in a panic. "William, what exactly did you say to Henry? What's wrong?" I was still half asleep, my mind not fully functioning. "Check his Weibo yourself." I took the phone and clicked on Henry's official Weibo. I saw that he had mentioned those black fans who were cursing at me. "Liking William is my own business. I hope you all won't disturb him." The internet was flooded with praise for him. "Brother is brave in pursuing love and responsible." Oh my God. The two brothers are together. The CP I'm shipping has actually come true. Holy cow, are netizens this tolerant of Henry? This is such double standard behavior. If it were me, there would definitely be a flood of curses saying I'm trying to ride on his fame. Taking advantage of the hype between me and Henry, the program resumed broadcasting. This time, it was broadcast live throughout. The guests had to play a 2-day live-action CS in the wilderness. The winning team will get $5 million in cash. To stir things up, the program crew deliberately put Henry and me on the same team, and they also introduced a voting and ranking mechanism. The team with the most votes can get supplies by completing the small tasks posted by netizens. Besides, we can also win supplies by participating in activities. The first activity is to promote products prepared in advance by the program crew. Henry and I got garbage bags. The moment I saw the packaging, I was speechless. They actually asked a movie emperor to endorse garbage bags. The program crew, you really know how to do things. However, Henry is highly professional. He adjusted his state in just half a minute. Then he took the box of garbage bags from my hand and started advertising. Henry looked at the camera with a smile and said, "Sturdy and useful." While netizens were snapping them up, they didn't forget to tease Henry. "Henry, does your family also use this kind of garbage bag? Sturdy? How long can it actually be used? Have you tried it?" After seeing the comments, Henry looked at me with affectionate eyes for a moment, then smiled and said to the camera, "My William is more familiar with the kitchen. You can ask him." Suddenly being called out, I looked innocent. "What? Who's yours?" Seeing this, netizens immediately posted on the screen, "Wow. My William. Henry and William really have something going on. My guess is that William is the bottom." Oh, William looked so annoyed. Reading those netizens' comments, I was almost boiling with anger. Who's the bottom? Henry, on the contrary, was selling products while beaming from ear to ear, seemingly enjoying it quite a bit. "That sly guy, he's so scheming," I muttered in my heart, but I had to admit I admired him. In just a short while, the sales of garbage bags skyrocketed to the top of the sales chart. At the same time, the number of votes our team of Henry and I got was far ahead. According to the rules, the first place team needs to complete a small task posted by netizens to get the supply equipment. The first task was fairly normal. One of Henry and I was required to carry the other in a princess carry and then do squats. Isn't this task a piece of cake? Princess carry. Of course, it should be me carrying Henry. So I rolled up my sleeves and was about to carry Henry without hesitation. The host, always eager for drama, immediately came up to me and said, "William, don't overdo it. Are you guys looking down on me?" It seemed that I had to carry Henry today no matter what. I gritted my teeth and used all my strength. But instead of carrying Henry, I ended up falling down with him. Seeing my frustrated expression, Henry whispered to comfort me, "It's okay, I'll do the squats. Just hold on to me tightly." Dude, am I afraid of doing squats? I can do 1,000 squats in one go. Seeing that I didn't respond, Henry continued, "If you don't like it, just say no. I'll find another way to get the supplies." His considerate look made me feel a bit embarrassed to refuse. I had no choice but to grab his hand and place it on my waist. "Hold me tight." Henry looked at me with a dark glint in his eyes, the tips of his ears so red they seemed ready to drip blood. But in half a second, he was back to normal. Fortunately, when the program crew saw that the desired effect was achieved, they stopped giving Henry and me a hard time. After doing a dozen or so sit-ups, they let us finish. I carefully climbed off Henry and helped him up. When it was time to choose supplies and equipment, instead of choosing a weapon, Henry picked body armor suitable for me. This idiot. This is a wilderness survival game. What's the use of choosing body armor? Is it to make it easier for others to rob me? Henry, are you out of your mind? Choose a weapon. Body armor first. I need to make sure you're absolutely safe. Without giving me a chance to refuse, Henry directly put the body armor on me. This guy, does he have some kind of misunderstanding about me? I'm not as weak as he thinks. I took off the body armor, threw it back to the equipment area, and instead chose a weapon suitable for Henry. I can take care of myself. Take the weapon. We'll take a weapon too, but there are other ways. Other ways? Does this guy want to ignore the game rules and just snatch it? But what he meant by other ways was to complete a hidden task assigned by netizens. Kiss through a piece of paper. I'm about to faint. Who came up with this lousy idea? Seeing this, the host got all excited and immediately took out a piece of paper, asking Henry and me to kiss through it. Before I could react, Henry's cold kiss had already landed on my lips through the paper. In an instant, it was as if fireworks exploded in my mind. I quickly pushed Henry away. William, come on. This is your sworn enemy. Wake up, I kept telling myself in my mind. The host is up to something again. You only kissed for a few seconds. That doesn't meet the requirement. How long is the requirement? Henry asked humbly. Not much, just 1 minute. The host cheekily made a 1 with her hand. I suddenly had the urge to throw this little girl out. She was way more excited than those netizens. Henry gave me a helpless look and then kissed me. The paper. There's no paper. Be good. Stop fooling around. After Henry and I were out of breath from kissing, we finally got our weapons, armor, and some essential supplies and started the wilderness action. After changing into the uniforms prepared by the program crew and carrying our guns, we made our entrance. The barrage on the live stream went crazy. However, I underestimated the program crew's ability to stir things up. Henry and I were tasked with escorting Sophia to a designated location. When I saw her, my scalp tingled, but considering the live broadcast, I forced myself to suppress my discomfort. Sophia saw me and greeted me first as if nothing had happened. William, long time no see. I was too rash last time. Sorry. Sophia, don't mention it. Just don't slap yourself again and say it was me who hit you next time. She probably didn't expect me to be more shameless than her. I just bluntly accepted her apology and exposed her past deeds. Sophia's face turned horribly dark and it took her a while to recover. I knew it. This woman was up to no good on purpose. Soon enough, the story about the slapping incident was dug up by the all-knowing netizens. It even included that question Henry asked me. William, does your hand hurt? Netizens exclaimed, as expected, in the eyes of the movie Emperor, everyone is equal except William. This confirmed that Henry is love-struck. No arguing. Half an hour after the game started, our group ran into other guests. Each group of guests had only 2 people, but their tasks were different. Some were to escort documents, and some were to escort key figures. There might be traitors in the team, so besides dealing with the enemies, we also had to watch out for our teammates. Relevant information could only be obtained from members of other groups. The opposing team had only 2 men, and they were probably escorting classified documents. But one of them was a national martial arts champion. It would be very difficult to beat them, and we could only outwit them. Henry and I took a look at the other side, then smiled at each other, took off our coats, and turned the side with the life monitor to the inside. The color of the clothes was very dark, and there wasn't much difference between wearing them inside out and wearing them normally. After changing our clothes, Henry called Sophia over and told her our plan. The plan was this. I would be the bait, pretending to steal the other side's supplies to lure them into a trap. Sophia would disguise herself and lurk around them, deliberately letting them find her. We'd make them think we were trying to draw them away to steal the supplies, but actually, we wanted to capture them alive to get information. After formulating the plan, Henry and I made a simple trap with the supplies we had. I went to steal the other side's supplies with light gear, and they really fell for it. They sent 1 person to catch me and left 1 to guard the supplies. The one who came to catch me fell into the pre-prepared trap, and Henry and I tied him up, You guys are so sneaky. The martial arts champion started cursing after being captured. All's fair in war, Henry said, his expression unchanged, showing no sign of guilt. Instead, he tightened the ropes. My life monitor is on my clothes. Go ahead and break it. I won't say a word anyway. This guy really had no sportsmanship. Even as a prisoner, he wouldn't cooperate. There was no other way. To get information, I had to use some tactics to make him talk. Hey buddy, if you don't talk, I'll pull your pants down in front of the whole nation's audience. I crouched down and reached for his trouser leg. Don't come near me. The martial arts champion looked terrified. I'm gonna do it. Every time I got closer, the martial arts champion flinched. Eventually, he shrank down against the tree trunk. You have no sense of fair play. Are you even a man? The martial arts champion was on the verge of tears and could only resort to verbal attacks against me. I can assure you, he's definitely a man. Henry glanced at me and told the martial arts champion in a firm tone. Seeing that the martial arts champion wasn't budging, I had to pretend to pull his pants to scare him. To my surprise, the burly martial arts champion was actually scared to tears by me. Wah! Stop. I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. So, I used this sneaky method to get two crucial pieces of information from the martial arts champion. His teammate couldn't escape the disaster either. After providing me with the clues, the two of them were eliminated together. Sophia saw this and accused me. The guy has told you the clues, yet you still eliminated him. How can you be so vicious? This woman really doesn't want to miss any chance to get on my nerves. I didn't bother to pay attention to her. Instead, I turned to look at Henry, my eyes slightly droopy, giving him my most innocent puppy dog eyes. Am I vicious? I knew I must look really fake and annoying right now. William is the kindest. How could he be vicious? Henry blurted out nonsense without even thinking. Sure enough, just like what netizens said, Henry is definitely a lovesick fool. After eliminating them, we also seized their supplies by the way. Most of them were food and medicine. So these two guys had exchanged everything for food? Just as I guessed, the two of them were escorting a bottle of potion. The specific function was unknown. After sorting out the spoils, we planned to find a hidden place to solve the dinner problem. Unexpectedly, Sophia accidentally stepped on a bear trap set by another team. Henry reacted immediately and inserted a thick branch into the bear trap to reduce her pain. After removing the bear trap, Sophia's leg was bleeding profusely. Fortunately, there were anti-inflammatory drugs, hemostatic drugs, and painkillers in the supplies we seized just now. Pull up your trouser leg. Although I didn't like her, I couldn't just leave her to die. I squatted down to apply medicine to her. Unexpectedly, she was being coy and reluctant. Let Henry do it. I don't want you. Go away. Fine, suit yourself. I tossed the medicine to her and motioned for Henry to handle it. Ah! Guess not all girls are sweet and gentle. There are some who are just plain annoying. Henry glanced at her and said coldly, sorry, but there should be proper distance between men and women. Then, ignoring Sophia's pitiful look, he led me straight away. Is it really okay to be so harsh on a girl? I had a dog-tail grass in my mouth and followed Henry, teasing him. In my eyes, everyone is equal, except you. He turned around, plucked the dog-tail grass from my mouth, and stared intently into my eyes. For a moment, I was caught off guard. Damn it, Henry. What are you, a guy? Flirting with me for? Give me back the grass. Too lazy to deal with him, I snatched the dog-tail grass back from his hand. Flirting with me is one thing, but stealing my cool-looking prop? No way. After a simple dinner, Henry took out a map from his pocket and started planning our next moves. According to the information provided by the program crew, there are still 3 groups left. The first group to complete the escort mission wins. So far, the traitor is still hiding in the team. We need to get clues quickly and find out who it is. There are a little over 2 days left until the end of the game. Judging from the map, there's still a long way to go between us and the mission hall. There are also some supply points along the way, which are convenient for teams running low on supplies to restock. I think we can get to the area near the mission hall as fast as possible and lie in wait for the other 2 teams. Our group has plenty of supplies now because we seized the martial arts champion stuff. Use it sparingly. There's definitely enough for us to stay put near the mission hall until the game ends. Sophia raised an objection. Easy to say, hard to do. How are we supposed to get to the mission hall and lie in wait in advance? What if the other two teams team up against us? What if we get counter-killed after being discovered? She fired off the questions all at once and looked at me rather smugly. Clearly, she thought my plan wasn't feasible. Henry ignored her questions and spoke up directly. I think the same as William. Hide first to conserve strength and wait for the other two groups to fight it out. Sophia was about to say something else, but seeing that Henry and I were in agreement, she pursed her lips and said nothing. Then it's settled. Let's take a break and travel through the night. Henry finalized the plan. I had no objection to traveling at night and staying up. All I wanted now was a bath. Running under the sun all day, I sweated a lot. I probably stank by now. You're a guy. Why are you being so fussy? I haven't even asked for a bath, Sophia retorted as soon as she heard me, but she was actually quite happy inside. After all, nobody wants to stink. It's your business if you don't take a bath. How can you expect me not to? I shot back and then started walking deeper into the stream. The moonlight was bright at the moment. We could see the surrounding scenery clearly without any lighting. Luckily, I'm a guy, so I don't have to worry about the cameras arranged by the program crew capturing something inappropriate. I took off my shirt and outer pants, leaving only a pair of boxer shorts, and then got into the water. By the moonlight, I started washing myself. The icy stream water washed away the summer heat, and I almost let out a cry of comfort. Suddenly, I heard the sound of someone wading through the water from behind. I turned around warily, only to find it was Henry. What was he doing here to take a bath too? Compared to my blushing and flustering, Henry was much calmer. Give me a back rub. He got close to me, stuffed a towel into my hand, and put it towards his back. Hold on, man. If you want a back rub, shouldn't you turn your back to me? How can I do it when you're facing me? This position looks more like a hug. Ahem, turn around. I blushed, coughed twice, and told him to turn around. Then, I reluctantly started rubbing his back. To be honest, the guy's muscle lines were really beautiful. Even I, a man, was impressed. What are you two doing? By the stream, there came Sophia's voice, full of jealousy and on the verge of going crazy. I held up the towel in my hand, looking innocent, taking a bath. You want to join? Dirty pervert. Sophia covered her eyes and ran away, screaming. After we finished washing up, Sophia also arrived at the stream. She was going to find a spot out of the camera's view to take a quick wash. In the middle of her bath, she suddenly shrieked, "Henry, help! There's a snake here." Hearing there was a snake, I quickly got up from the ground. If it was a venomous one, things could get really bad. Leave her alone. But Henry held my hand, stopping me from going. After hesitating for a moment, I still went. I was afraid that if there was any danger, I'd get dragged into it. When I ran to the stream, I saw Sophia lying half undressed on the grass. Seeing it was me, she quickly pulled her clothes back in place, her face full of anger. What are you doing here? Henry wasn't able to come. I was really too naive. Sophia's appearance clearly showed she wanted Henry to see her like this. But Henry didn't seem to appreciate it at all. Sophia, what happened to you? Did a snake get into your clothes? I deliberately shouted in surprise. Sophia was afraid I'd say something outrageous. She quickly came over and covered my mouth. Back at the campfire, Henry handed me the roasted meat and said, "William, was the scenery nice?" Seeing him teasing me made me furious. "You knew? You're still too innocent." He smiled enigmatically. Was I the fool all along? For the rest of the journey, I ignored Henry. This jerk actually laughed at my innocence. The worst part was that I almost became part of someone else's scheme. As expected, early the next morning, we arrived at the buildings near the mission hall. Only the team that finally presses the mission button is the real winner. Henry, that unsportsmanlike guy, actually pried the button right off the wall. Henry threw the pried off button straight to me. "William, you keep this." After setting up the traps, we found the highest point in the building complex to keep watch. By late afternoon the next day, the second team had also arrived at the mission hall. They entered the mission hall cautiously, only to find that the mission button had disappeared. Damn it! Who's such a jerk? The leader of Team B started cursing in anger. An older teammate stopped him, saying, "They got here before us. They're probably lying in ambush. Everyone be careful. What do we have to be afraid of? There are 3 of us on our team." Their team was formed by merging 2 squads. One teammate had sacrificed, so there were 3 left. Just as he finished speaking, another team entered. The 2 sides already had a feud, and now that they were face to face, they were filled with hatred and quickly started fighting. Henry and I took the opportunity to move from the high ground towards the mission hall. There were only half an hour left until the mission ended. We had to finish this quickly. When we reached the mission hall, Henry first eliminated 2 people with his gun. The remaining people stopped what they were doing and stared at each other in surprise when they heard the commotion. One of the 2 was Yaoi, an esports champion, and the other was Daniel, a martial arts movie star. What's going on? There's another team here. Henry flashed his signature cocky smile. Sorry, I should have introduced myself before shooting. The 2 of them finally realized that we had taken the button. Hand over the button. How about you eliminate him first, and then we have a fist fight? Seeing this, Daniel had no choice but to eliminate Yaoi. In the current situation, he didn't have an option. Henry also kept his promise, threw away his gun, and fought him in a hand-to-hand combat. In the end, Daniel was defeated by Henry and got eliminated. Seeing that there were only 5 minutes left, Henry signaled to me, "William, press the button." "Sorry, I'm a rebel." I gave him a gentle and apologetic smile, then shot and eliminated him. "It's okay, dying by your hand. I'll even be a happy ghost." After saying that, Henry held my hand and pressed the task completed button. This reversal completely stunned Sophia. "William, you sneaky little weasel. You're disgusting. A scumbag," deceiving Henry's feelings. She was extremely angry and pointed at me. "Yes, I'm disgusting, a scumbag." Before I could finish, Henry, who had been eliminated and was pretending to be dead, suddenly opened his eyes and said, "I was willing to be deceived." The game ended. As the one who survived the longest, I won the championship. I donated all the $5 million in prize money in Henry's name. Later, Henry established a special foundation in the names of both of us. In the next 2 years, Henry proposed to me several times, but I refused every time. To be honest, I was afraid I wasn't good enough for him. He's a 3-time Golden Award winner, at the top of his acting game, and I still hadn't had any remarkable works since I debuted. So, I devoted myself to studying acting. I vowed that I must reach the same height as him. Henry understood me, so he patiently waited for me and accompanied me to hone my acting skills, until I won the Best Actor award. Ignoring the rumors, Henry proposed to me again at the award-giving party. I said yes. That guy Henry was so excited that he even announced on the spot that we should start trying for a baby. He wasn't just talking. The day after we got our marriage license, he took me to visit an expert in that regard. "Honey, don't move." Henry's voice was hoarse as he whispered softly in my ear, "But I'm going to be late for work." I reminded him in a low voice, "It's okay. I called in sick for you last night. Why are you taking another day off?" I complained to him. "The kid's not at home for once. Of course we should take a day off and have some couple time." This guy, for his own selfish desires, would send our son to his grandparents' place at the drop of a hat. I playfully shoved him, feigning annoyance, but couldn't help bursting into laughter. My heart felt as sweet as if it were soaked in honey. Another tiring day.